March 8, 2014, marked the beginning of one of the most baffling mysteries in modern aviation history: the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370. What began as a routine flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing quickly transformed into a harrowing saga of uncertainty, speculation, and heartache. As the world watched in disbelief, MH370 vanished from radar screens, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and shattered lives. In this video, we will dive into the intricacies of the MH370 case, exploring the events leading up to the disappearance, the subsequent search efforts, the myriad of theories proposed to explain the enigma, and the enduring impact of this tragedy. On that fateful morning of March 8, 2014, Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 prepared for departure from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. With 227 passengers and 12 crew members on board, the Boeing 777 was bound for Beijing, China. Little did anyone know that within hours, the flight would vanish without a trace, plunging the aviation world into turmoil. The pilot in command of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 was Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, 53, and the co-pilot was First Officer Farik Abdul Hamid. At 12:41 a.m. local time, MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur, ascending to a cruise altitude of 10,700 meters or 35,000 feet by 1:01 a.m. For the next 20 minutes, the flight proceeded seemingly without incident. However, at 1:07 a.m., the aircraft communication addressing and reporting system transmitted its final data signal, abruptly ceasing all communication from the aircraft. The events that followed unfolded with alarming rapidity. At 1:21 a.m., just as MH370 was about to enter Vietnamese airspace, the transponder, a critical component that relays the aircraft's position to air traffic control, was deliberately shut off. This sudden loss of communication raised immediate concerns among air traffic controllers, who attempted in vain to establish contact with the aircraft. As radar operators scrambled to locate MH370, military and civilian radar systems detected the aircraft deviating from its intended flight path. Instead of proceeding northward toward Beijing, MH370 made an inexplicable turn, heading southwest over the Malay Peninsula and then northwest over the Strait of Malacca. By 2:22 a.m., radar contact was lost over the Andaman Sea, leaving investigators baffled by the aircraft's erratic movements. In the wake of MH370's disappearance, an unprecedented multinational search effort was launched to locate the missing aircraft. Initial search efforts focused on the South China Sea, where MH370 was last detected by radar. However, as evidence emerged suggesting that the aircraft had turned westward, search operations shifted to the Strait of Malacca and the Andaman Sea. Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak, who was the leader of Malaysia at the time, played a central role in coordinating the search efforts and providing updates to the public regarding the investigation into the disappearance of MH370. The search for MH370 spanned vast swaths of ocean, encompassing areas as remote as the southern Indian Ocean and as far north as Central Asia. Despite the deployment of advanced maritime surveillance aircraft, satellite imagery, and underwater search vessels, the elusive wreckage of MH370 remained tantalizingly out of reach. As months turned into years and the search for Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 dragged on, families of the passengers and crew endured an agonizing wait for answers. In the initial hours of the disappearance, amidst the uncertainty and desperation, one poignant moment stood out. A family member received a call from her dad, a passenger on the flight, but wasn't able to answer it. The heartbreaking event underscored the anguish and confusion experienced by loved ones left behind. Then, in July 2015, a breakthrough finally occurred when a piece of wreckage identified as a flaperon from MH370 was discovered on the shores of Reunion Island. This discovery provided the first tangible evidence that MH370 had indeed met with tragedy, but it also raised new questions about the circumstances of its demise. The disappearance of MH370 spawned a multitude of theories and conjectures, each offering a glimpse into the perplexing nature of the case. From mechanical failure to deliberate sabotage, the range of possible explanations seemed limitless. fueling intense speculation among investigators and armchair sleuths alike. One theory that garnered significant attention was the possibility of pilot suicide. Proponents of this theory pointed to evidence suggesting that the aircraft's communication systems were deliberately disabled, implying intentional human intervention. Moreover, revelations about the pilot's activities on his home flight simulator, including a simulated flight path over the southern Indian Ocean, lent credence to suspicions of premeditated action. However, the pilot suicide theory was far from the only explanation put forward. Some speculated that MH370 may have been hijacked by unknown assailants, while others posited the involvement of state-sponsored actors or covert intelligence operations. With no shortage of plausible scenarios, the search for MH370 became a battleground of competing hypotheses, each vying for credibility in the court of public opinion. Amidst the sea of speculation and conjecture, it is essential not to lose sight of the human dimension of the MH370 tragedy. Behind the headlines and theories lie the stories of 239 individuals whose lives were tragically cut short on that fateful day. From families grappling with grief and uncertainty to investigators tirelessly pursuing the truth, the human impact of MH370's disappearance reverberates far beyond the confines of the aviation industry. Among the passengers aboard MH370 were individuals from diverse backgrounds and walks of life, each with their dreams, aspirations, and loved ones left behind. From the celebrated group of Chinese calligraphy artists traveling to an exhibition to the two young Iranian men seeking a better life in Europe, the passengers of MH370 embodied the rich tapestry of human experience. For the families and loved ones left behind, the agonizing wait for answers continues to this day. Despite the passage of time, the pain of loss remains raw, compounded by the absence of closure and the persistent uncertainty surrounding MH370's fate. As the world grapples with the enduring mystery of MH370, it is essential to remember the human faces behind the headlines and statistics, a poignant reminder of the profound impact of loss on the human spirit. In the years following the disappearance of MH370, the search efforts continued, albeit with diminishing hope of a breakthrough. Various governments and private companies participated in search operations, utilizing advanced technologies and methodologies to scour the ocean floor for traces of the lost aircraft. However, as time passed and resources dwindled, the likelihood of finding MH370 grew increasingly remote. In January 2017, the governments of Malaysia, Australia, and China officially called off the search, citing the lack of new leads and the immense cost of continued operations. Despite sporadic efforts by private entities like Ocean Infinity, the search yielded no further results, leaving the fate of MH370 shrouded in uncertainty and speculation. As the 10th anniversary of the disappearance approached, renewed interest in the case prompted calls for a fresh investigation. Malaysia's government indicated openness to considering new search proposals, with Ocean Infinity proposing a no-find, no-fee arrangement to resume the hunt. However, any decision to relaunch the search would hinge on the availability of credible new evidence, a prospect that remained uncertain. The mystery of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 endures as one of aviation's greatest enigmas, a testament to the enduring allure of unsolved mysteries. Despite years of investigation and speculation, the truth behind the disappearance of MH370 remains elusive, leaving behind a legacy of loss, grief, and unanswered questions. Until concrete evidence emerges to unravel the mystery, the fate of MH370 will continue to haunt the annals of aviation history, a testament to the enduring mysteries of the human experience. What do you believe really happened to Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370? Was it a deliberate act of sabotage, a tragic accident, or something else entirely? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Also, what topics would you like to see next? Drop your suggestions below. That was all from us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Regal Odyssey, and give this video a big thumbs up. We'll see you guys in the next one.